Welcome back to Skin, Self, and Everything Else. I'm Dr. Turner.
And I'm Brandon Mitchell.
Can you believe? Episode 4 of our podcast.
It's becoming an addiction.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, actually.
It is a lot of fun.
To sit and have time that we can actually chit-chat and catch up.
If you really want to make the audience laugh, it would have been hysterical had they seen the preparation that I was trying to do to get ready for this. The mics, the wires, all the things.
It's kind of a lot because I think the last 3, I sounded like I was in a corner maybe.
I know.
My voice is soft anyway, so hopefully today the sound will be a little bit better.
You know what they say, whenever you want to do something, you just find a device, hit record, go at it. And
right.
It's perfection. Each time we will perfect it. And I think we're getting better.
Yeah, it started a little messy, but yeah, we just keep pressing forward. So welcome back, everybody. Today's episode is all about hair and maybe a husband. Yeah. So let's talk about hair, specifically my hair.
Well, we can't talk about mine because I barely have any.
Oh, well, you have hair, but
I have a little.
It's just not as much as mine. And I am blessed to say, I am blessed to say I have a lot of hair. Sometimes I feel like it's a little unruly. It's a little thick. And so it needs to be cut in the right way. And I've had a lot of trouble the last year finding a really good stylist. And so, my hair needs to be layered. It needs to be thinned out. Otherwise, it just kind of lays there and it looks blah. So I'm happy to say I have found me the stylist. I really like him. His name is Kevin.
Keep going.
And he was so professional. He actually sat and listened to me. And we talked about color. We talked about the cut. And so anyway, 2 to 3 hours later, I have a new friend named Kevin.
How do you sit still that long?
Well, there's some up and down there because he, had to go back not once, not twice, but 3 times for more color. He was like, you do have a lot of hair. And so he believed me after I told him I have a lot of hair. And so anyway, no, I really like it. I'm very, very happy.
He did a great job.
Thank you.
You're beautiful anyway, but he really did a great job. The color looks phenomenal.
Thank you. He listened and I really like him. I'm going to go back, definitely. But in the meantime, we got to be friends. I asked him lots of questions. He asked me lots of questions. You're going to talk to somebody while you're sitting there in the chair for, 2 to 3 hours. So Brandon, he has dogs. He likes dogs. He likes, reality TV.
Is he humble? That's the number one thing.
Yeah, he's totally humble. Yeah, he's humble.
And he's kind.
He seems very kind.
Okay.
I think he's not married because he went on a cruise.
Wait. Let's back up. You think?
I'm almost positive because he went on a cruise to Greece with his best friend. And he pointed over there in the direction of some other hairstylist. So, if he was going on a cruise, he would have gone with, a spouse,
That's
obviously.
That's very, very, very true.
Okay.
That's very true.
Things are looking very good.
Well, I can't wait because here's the thing. I ask these questions seriously because, I've been on a healing journey for 5 years now. And it's been the hardest, but the best journey of my life. But what I love about it, it's amazing that as you do a journey and you start healing from past traumas and you walk through stuff and then your behavior starts to change. You practice more positive behavior and you change your way of thinking.
Yeah.
And then once you do that, it's like the self-love odometer starts going up, right?
That's right.
And I love that because now I know what I want and what I need and what I deserve. And in the past, I didn't because I didn't care for myself very much, and I think that is a huge thing that whenever you overcome obstacles and you really change the behavior, for me, a lot of mine was behavior that was, it was a defense mechanism that I thought that I had to do. But in turn, I hated myself. I didn't like to act like that. And so when I started correcting that behavior in terms of relationships or when I am, because, obviously we're talking about this, I'm single, I'm dating.
Yeah.
Now I know what I want, but more importantly, I know what I deserve.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because I think that that is important to know your worth.
Yes.
And if you're in a relationship or you're in a certain situation that is not working for you, but you're too afraid to be alone and you would rather be with somebody, choose you.
Yeah. I think it's scary sometimes.
It's scary.
To face the unknown.
It is. I have jumped from relationship to relationship for years. And I have been by myself the last, going on 2 years. Lonely, yes. Rewarding tenfold. Like, I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah.
Because if you want to get to know who you are, be by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? But anyway, so important. Back to Kevin. I think back to Kevin. Yeah, back to Kevin. I'm open to dating, and I can't wait to start the dating thing. But the most attractive thing that I could find in a person is humility. Yeah, yeah. That's the number one thing.
Yeah, and the thing that I liked about him is he kept asking questions about me, and so I think that's important. Is if someone is more interested in you and who you are as a person, then it's because today's society, people it's all about them. If they scream about me,
or I want to date somebody because they have this, or oh my God, they have a lot of money. Or if you're looking surface level, you're going to get surface level results.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm looking for just a real person, something deeper, because I'm 47.
Yeah.
And so I've got one more, I would like it to be one more good try, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to keep going down the same cycles that I've always gone. Yeah. So I would rather be by myself than settle for anything less than what I want.
I agree.
I think
that's a good goal.
And so, but yeah, Kevin sounds promising. So I need to know when your next appointment is because I will be going.
You'll be reading a magazine there in the lobby for 2 hours.
I think the easy way to do this is to tell Kevin to listen to the podcast.
Right. There you go.
That would open that door, right?
There you go. This podcast you need to listen to, Skin Self, everything else. All right. So let's talk about people that maybe struggle with hair, because again, I'm blessed with hair. You've said you've had struggles with hair.
I do.
So I think you've had some really good success with Xtressé, which is just a natural supplement. Tell us a little bit more about that.
I have had, first of all, I love it because number one, they taste good. They're gummies. Mm-hmm. Okay. Number two, they're only 2 gummies a day.
Easy.
And so they taste good. With I've tried a million things, but I don't like taking a lot of pills. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just a lot. For me, I don't like swallowing big pills. So It's not that other things don't work. It's just, for me, I don't want to take all those pills and everything like that. So it's easier on the go to take the gummies, and they taste good. And I keep saying that. That's important because
they're strawberry flavored.
They are strawberry flavored.
They have strawberry in them. So if you're allergic to strawberries, sorry, it's not going to be for you. But if you don't have issues with strawberries, no issues.
Right. They got strawberries. They have NAD. They have pumpkin seed extract, pea protein. I mean, there's so many things in there that contribute to hair growth. And that's what I was going to ask you while we're on this podcast. I mean, you see me up close.
Yeah. Do
you think that I've waited too late?
No. Gosh, no.
Because I hear people say that if your hair's been gone a certain length of time, is it too late?
There's a lot of fascinating science that this company is doing. I was just on a conference call with their lead scientist and their CEO just last week. And it's incredible what products that they are coming out with. They've come out obviously with Xtressé, which I love. But now they're coming out with a new form of exosomes. So if you're not familiar with exosomes are a more advanced version of something like platelet-rich plasma. They're not platelet-rich plasma, but I like to explain it to patients. If you think of platelet-rich plasma for hair regeneration, I would say that's kind of like an iPhone 5, and then exosomes are kind of like iPhone 16. when it comes to regrowing hair. And this company is launching in February. I hope I can say this. They didn't tell me I couldn't, but I was the first person to get to see these incredible photographs. I was seeing them at the same exact time their CEO was seeing these photographs of a woman who had scarring hair loss. We call hair loss, the fancy word for that is alopecia. But this woman had a huge patch of complete baldness on her scalp, which, to a woman, that's completely detrimental and socially unacceptable. And she had complete regrowth after microneedling with skin pen and one application of their form of exosomes. And so it's just incredible to look at these kinds of results. I mean, I've used exosomes since 2018, which, as a dermatologist, I'm board certified both in regenerative medicine, functional medicine, as well as dermatology. So I really want to say, if I'm not the first person to use exosomes in Texas, I have to be one of the first dermatologists.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So I was at a meeting in Orlando, actually, and there was probably 500 people of all different walks of medicine, all different specialties. And the gentleman who was speaking was a regenerative medicine specialist. And he had several children. He had a wife who was a cancer survivor. And one of their sons had actually jumped off of a cliff. He was trying to jump into water, obviously, and he jumped off, hit rock like 60 meters. And obviously he should not be alive. He should at least be paralyzed. He'd crushed T4, T3 vertebrae. I mean, that is just, it's awful. They showed the films.
And he's not paralyzed?
Well, they showed the films, and we're all like, oh, I mean, there was just a collective gasp. And they took him straight into surgery, opened him up. He was able to get almost like a gallon of these exosomes and basically put these in place and allow this, I don't know any other word than to put, like, marinate the spinal tissue with these regenerative exosomes, which are not cells, but they're like subcellular little sacs that contain growth factors and allow regeneration of tissue, of whatever tissue that you want to create. In this case, they were trying to create bone and soft tissue and reduce inflammation. So they can call cells, they can modulate the immune system, and they have so many roles, probably roles that we aren't even aware of at this point in time. The research on this is just incredible. It's like a lightning pace. The FDA has not approved exosomes for use, but what they do is they will approve a laboratory for clinical regulation of these exosomes.
Do you foresee them approving it anytime in the future?
I do. And the goal of this company that I was talking to last week, their goal is to get
to be
FDA,
the first approval.
Yes, exactly. And I think it may happen next year.
Well, how excited would it be if, right, they got FDA approval and we were some of the first people to actually use it?
I think it's going to happen.
That sounds like a good goal.
I think it's going to happen. So, I mean, the results from this woman were unbelievable because, we have been growing hair since 2018 with exosomes. That's a non-issue. But to grow scarring hair loss, that's pretty incredible. People would say, there are a lot of people out there that say you can't do it, but I have seen it. You can do it. And by the way, the story about the guy with the crushed vertebrae, he is completely walking today, and he was standing in the back of the room, and they showed the next set of films, and his vertebrae were completely back to normal. So it's really amazing what you can do with exosomes.
I would have to say that hair loss, honestly, it's probably one of the biggest things that I've become self-conscious about. Honestly, I mean, and I think a lot of guys are, right? And females. It doesn't have to be male or female, but I'm excited to see what's coming down the pipeline because I'm willing to try anything.
Yeah.
I don't want to do implants.
Yeah.
I'm not not going to be one of these people that go to Turkey and get implants.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think you need to. I mean, at Exosomes,
right.
You come in, you either, with this product, you can do, and that was just with Skin Pen. But I think when we do Exosomes, we inject them.
Yes, inject.
So the results are going to be even more phenomenal. And I think if you do that and keep up with it once per year, it's so easy. The results are incredible. Why would you do a surgery that's so invasive and unnecessary? And it's kind of like a cat chasing its tail. You really haven't gotten to the root of the problem. So I think with things like gummies, all natural kinds of treatments like regenerative medicine, using exosomes, sky's the limit.
It is. And I want to go ahead and throw out there, because I'm going to every episode, is drellenturner.com, the training website that we talk about on this podcast. You actually have a module that shows how to inject exosomes. So any providers out there that want to know how to do that, drellenturner.com, that's going to be where you're going to go to learn.
That's right. Yes. All right. So Brandon, let us talk about product of the week. I'm going to put you on the spot. Tell us, what's your product of the week? What's your favorite right now?
Oh my gosh, my product of the week. I always want to say the same thing. I know, I do, and I'm not allowed to. Gosh.
You have to pick something different.
Honestly, if I had to choose with, I'm gonna, and it's not a cliche. I hope it doesn't sound like a cliche. It's gonna be Xtressé.
Okay, that's a great product.
I mean, honestly, because I've been using it for some time now. I'm starting to see results. Honestly, I'm gonna choose that. I mean, since we're on the topic of it, I mean, it's a good product.
It's a great product. And I'm going to say, nice, she's great. Julie is great.
Yes.
Shout out to Julie. Also, I would say for my product of the week, I'm going to say Color Science, their Champagne Illuminator. It's a pressed powder. I get questions a lot of the time. People are like, so what do you put on your skin? You have sort of a little bit of a glow. And that's kind of what I use as my final step right before I use their Color Science Unforgettable. So I will say that's probably my pick.
Using the ZO illuminating serum with that?
Oh, I do. But I was just giving you my product of the week. I was just giving you my product of the week.
Now, I stick with Xtressé, but I'm not going to lie. ZO, the illuminating serum, that's a beautiful product.
Yeah, I do. I use that too. So maybe it's a combination of both those illuminating products. But all right. So we'll have two. All right, Brandon, tell us, what is your newest obsession?
Okay, so I do really, honestly, it's an obsession, and it's almost an addiction, almost, to where I could take my glasses off and everything because it's making okay, so we worked together a long time.
Yeah. So
back in the day, that I had befriended a couple of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Mm-hmm. And we've lost contact, whatever. I mean, 10 years later, life changes. People have kids, all this stuff. Well, now the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders have this new series on Netflix.
Oh, what's it called?
America's Sweethearts. Oh. I had to think about it for a second because they used to have a reality show on CMT called Making the Team.
Yes.
Okay, but now CMT no longer has them, and now it's Netflix. Well, so it's kind of introducing me back into the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. It's bringing back all those memories, right? Because I used to, one of the choreographers at one time I was friends with, which is how I got to meet. She's still there, by the way. She's on the show.
Oh.
And shout out to her if you're listening to this. I'm going to need a phone call because this obsession is real. I catch myself literally, I swear to you, they're doing this one routine called Thunderstruck. And it's like this new routine, not a new, they created it back in they've always had the dance, but they did it to the song Thunderstruck starting in 2009, back when I knew the cheerleaders, or some of them, right?
Okay.
So now on this new series that's drumming up all this stuff, I catch myself moving my furniture aside.
I was going to say, are you doing the routine?
Kick line and everything.
Wow.
And let me tell you something. Honest to God, it's like an obsession. I cannot stop watching that show.
Gosh.
So I'm going to put this into the universe, okay? Because I believe if you put it out there, things happen.
Yeah.
I want to be a guest judge.
Oh.
I want to put it out there.
That's cool.
Kelly Finglass, Judy Trammell.
Yeah.
I want to be a guest judge. That's it. Before I die, I want to be a guest judge on there.
Okay.
I think that would be so much fun.
That would be.
But I was letting them have it in my living room. I was. And let me tell you. I'm
rooting for you.
When it got to the kick line part, I quickly realized I was 47 years old and a male.
Oh. Ouch. Yeah. Because you have a little bit, but you work out all the time.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how those girls do.
Oh, they are in excellent shape. They are, let me just say, I used to have a patient, I don't think I'm violating any HIPAA, but I used to have a patient who continued to try out for the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders well into her late 40s, maybe even when she was 50.
I'm going to vote 50s.
I mean, y'all, she ate literally 1,000 or 1,100 calories a day. She worked out every day.
She did.
Intensely. And it was always...
She was determined. That's what determination. Yes. I mean, you know what? Kudos to her for going after
your... That's what I'm saying.
Going after your dream. And it doesn't matter. Age is just a number. Do what fulfills your soul. I mean, I used to give it to her. I mean...
She looked incredible.
She did look incredible. She was not giving up. Mm-mm. She's probably still trying out.
She may be.
And this is 10 years later.
She looked awesome.
But let me tell you something. Kudos to her.
That's what I have to say.
You know, seriously, I wish I need that drive to certain things
awesome. I do. All right. So let's talk about my newest obsession, which I've already spoken about this on one of the previous episodes, but I've got to talk about it again because I really am. You said it before. You're kind of addicted. The Real. I love
What is that?
The Real.
How do I not know this?
Okay, Brandon. Well, they have men's clothes, but it's like...
Should I be embarrassed?
It's used clothes, but it's fancy luxury items that you can get for a fraction of the cost.
Is it online or is there a store?
There's an app.
So there's not a local store?
Well, yeah, there is a local store, but don't waste time going down there. You don't have to because they have all their items online, on their app.
How did I not know this?
Oh my gosh. So I've already thought of their slogan. They don't even have to pay me for the slogan. Hand-me-down clothes for those with champagne taste on a beer budget. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you think?
I think it's great. I think they're going to hear that and use it is what I think.
I think so. But I did make one mistake because I bought this dress. It looked like this cute little white wrap dress, that I could wear to clinic, just a white wrap dress. And it was maybe a $90 dress. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And, but it was normally a $500 dress. Okay. So I'm thinking I'm getting a really good deal. So I clicked it, bought it, got it. No, I did not read it right. It's somewhere in the description. It did say sequin something, but it was full on sequined. And I got it. I'm like, I'm not wearing this to clinic. If I wore this to clinic, a white sequin dress, and my patients would be like, wow, Dr. Turner, what is going on with you?
It sounds like we're going to a gay bar.
Oh!
It sounds like we're going to the drag show. It sounds like that's where we're going.
Clinic, while I'm doing surgery and sequins, it's surgery to the soiree. Or,
please wear it to clinic.
Clinic to cocktails. No, they have this policy. They'll take anything back that you bought from them.
Or wear it on next week's podcast before you return it, please.
Stop. No, I cannot. I'm already on text with this guy. They are such a great customer service organization. I have this guy on text. His name is also Kevin. Is that weird?
What's up with these Kevins?
I don't know. But he's like, yes, you can bring it back. I'm like, that is so crazy.
What's up with the Kevins?
I don't know. The universe is talking to you.
And here's the thing. You know what? I still miss that Kevin that was the PA here.
He's so nice.
He's so nice.
Yeah, he's so nice.
I haven't seen him in forever.
All right, Brandon, we're doing something new. It's called Dermatology Trivia of the Week. And this week, I want Brandon to tell us when he heard about something called nevus of Ota.
Oh, my.
Let's hear first your experience, and then Dr. Turner will follow with what the definition is.
So you know that in my career, I've worked in plastic surgery. I've done derm with you. You're the only derm I've ever done, but I've done plastic surgery. I've done regular family practice. So, there's certain things that being in the industry for years, I still hear that's brand new. And I had a consultation that came in last week, and she sat down in the chair and was like, started out the conversation. What is it that you're in for today? She goes, I have a nevus of Oda. Is that how
That is right.
And I said, and I literally, God, I wish there would have been a camera in the room. I literally looked at her and probably like she was crazy, not intentional.
Right.
I said, nevus of what? And I just looked at her straight in her face, and I go, I don't know what that is.
That's okay. You're not expected.
And then I'm like, well, build the trust back. And then that's when I was like, well, we work for a physician. Yes. I'm going to go take your pictures, show hers, make sure it's treatable. But I did not know what that was.
Well, I mean, I think that's a good example, though, of like a scheduling mishap. Like that should have gone to our clinical side first. And then we should have said, okay, now go to Brandon or Lauren for a consultation for how much this will cost in terms of laser procedures with the picosecond laser. But yes, Brandon had to come over and say, how do we treat this? And do we treat this? And so forth. But yes, nevus of Ota is basically a benign congenital or acquired pigmentation disorder. It occurs around the eye or the eyelid. It can even go onto the white of the eye, which is called the sclera. And it occurs more commonly in the Asian population or the African American population. But keyword is benign.
I promise you I know what it is now.
Right.
And know how to treat it. So that's how you learn.
Yeah, that is exactly how you learn.
That is. This was a good episode.
This was great, Brandon.
This was great. And I'm having so much fun doing this. This is so great. I hope that everybody out there likes it and they're getting great information. And thanks again, everybody, for tuning in to Skin, Self, and Everything Else.
Thank you.
And please do not forget drellenturner.com, or please just go to our regular website, Derm Office Dallas, and check out what procedures we offer. Get in for a consultation. Let's have a combo. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe you could be the next guest on the podcast.
There you go.
So thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you the next episode.
See you next week.